Gaming Center here. Just playing some time and spending some time on Farming Simulator 19. This is my version of Welker Farms, and I am going to give you a tour of the equipment and what I have going on so far. Now, the first thing I'm going to say is that basically the only building and feature that I have that's like standard from Welker Farms is the farmhouse. Almost everything else is a mod or changed in some way or not supposed to be where it is. Like I've completely done this map the way that I thought I would want it. So let's go through everything I got. So first here, we got my TLX 2020, A2 Square Studios. Check them out if you don't know them. Great modder, great, always streaming his mods and stuff like that. I very, very much and personally enjoy watching him do all his work. He does very, very, very good work. If you don't have this truck, I would definitely recommend this truck to anybody. This is the most useful truck in the game. So, got our seed tanks here. This is actually comes standard this in the fertilizer tank, which is the white tank there. These actually come with this map, but they're not supposed to be there. They're actually supposed to be over on field 11, where you see fertilizer and seed silos over there. That's where they are standard on the map. But this isn't a standard map, so I decided to put them here. And if we move on, we got a lone oak silo here with some grain extension, multi-food grain extension. This is where a majority of my crop, grain crop anyways, is going to go, and I feel this is probably one of the nicer silos that's come out as a mod. I've always, Lone Oak is a great map. I very much enjoy it. My only issue with it is, I like myself some big fields, and the fields aren't really big enough for my liking. And we've got our, just standard chicken pen over here, full of chickens. Got all that going. We go over here. You can check out. That's right. There is another piece of another building here that is exactly where it was when the map started and is from the map. That's the silo. Just don't count those two grain extensions. Those are not a part of it. But the silo here is from Welker Farms. A million liter silo, and it's a good silo. I like it. So, go over here. We can check out our Lone Oak cow husbandry. We got ourselves a bunch of Holstein cows here. Trying to, do some milk. That's definitely when we're running seasons. I'm running the Shelby, Montana seasons to go with the Welker Farms map. And yeah, I think it's the only one. I think the other ones work, but they don't really work correctly. I've had some issues with a couple of other season studios that I tried to use with this map. Usually over here, what I do in this here is I put all my loose straw and eventually loose hay in here. And I would use I forget exactly what they're called, but it's the these. They make Total Mix Ration. And but after playing it a while, I think I found a better way of doing it, but it is untested, so I'm not really sure. I am good on Total Mix Ration for now for my cows, but let's just see where they are in the. Are they in here? Yeah, there they are. Here, placeable forage mixer with the TMR, silo there. I can take my, tractor trailer and drive up through there and dump, the loose straw, hay, and silage, and it will mix it into Total Mix Ration, so that way it makes it a little bit easier and convenient, I guess you could say. for making total mix rations. And now over here we got all our, you know, basically straw bale and baling materials. I have my baler in the big red barn over there, but that's basically where I do that. This is my lone oak sheep husbandry. This, for some reason, I don't think this is actually seasons ready, because when it the last time I did seasons, I had Seasons Geo New York on there, and the snow didn't fall right on it, so I don't think this is quite ready for seasons. But I don't have any sheep in here. This is on my to-do list, along with a million other things. Now if we go over here, you can see our tedder over here that we got for making hay. The standard in-game tedder. Here we got our John Deere Batwing mowers. These things are amazing. I love these mowers. They're not the biggest, and they don't, you don't go and particularly faster than any other mowers. Like if you were to get, where are they? Just the John Deere front mount mowers. I think I have them selected. No, I don't. But they're basically John Deere mowers that look just like those. And they're actually wider and they cover more ground, but these are easier to use, and the sounds and the way that this piece of equipment works is just, for me personally, I prefer these. I would definitely recommend this mod. I would recommend every mod I have in here. I love every mod that I got. Over here, this is we got our Kloss Zarian 3000 tractor. Not sure exactly which model it is. I know it's not the big boy that comes with the Platinum Edition, I think it is, or whatever the Kloss pack is. I know it's just a standard mod, but it's a great tractor, and it's the cab actually lifts up and flips around, so you can drive it in reverse, and it's good for a lot of things. I have two of them. This one over here as well. This is just not dually. This is what I use to, take care of the animals and do all that stuff. And here's my lull. That's my Manitou. This is for, cleaning up all the spillage that the animals have in their pens. And we got our Krone windrower and our John Deere baler. All pretty standard mods, nothing spectacular. That John Deere baler is pretty cool though. Does the job very well. Over here we have our lizard cattleman uh, animal transport trailer. This trailer, I like this trailer. The physics on it are a little bit iffy. I'll show you what I mean here. I'll back up to it and drive around. You'll see when you go around a corner, it leans the wrong way if you go too fast. It's a good mod. It works well, but see how, like, I'm turning right and it's leaning right. That's what I mean by the physics are a little off with this, but I mean, it does the job. I mean, as long as you're not driving like a idiot like I just was, I mean, you should have no problem. But it works very well. I think it holds 8 cows. I'm not sure how many sheep or anything else that it holds. I haven't used it for that yet. Over here we got our John Deere corn headers. These are, if we go into our owned items here and scroll through and look at them, you can see they are the 716C. Now these are the largest, if I'm not mistaken, the largest corn headers that you can get in the game. I might be mistaken, but there actually might be one that's 13 meters now that I'm thinking about it. So, but I'm not sure. But if they're not, these are very good headers. They fold up. You get a lot of customization that you can do to them, including, if you look here, you got the stalk stompers, which are nice, and then you got the work lights back here, which are nice if you have to do nighttime farming, because it lights up down underneath the header here, which is, if you let's just say you end up missing some, it shines it up nice and bright. Very, very nice. I do have two harvesters, so I have two, everything that goes with it. That's basically primarily for when me and a buddy jump on here and, you know, run some farming sim, which will happen from time to time. Over here, we got our John Deere grain headers, otherwise known as cereal headers, that have the air bars on them. These are awesome. I love these mods specifically because the repair time on them is insane. Like I could harvest all my fields and it'll cost me $30 to repair each one of these. They're the 645 FD John Deere serial header. 13.7 meter working with. It works. These work great. I can't say enough about this mod. This is a great mod if anyone's looking and trying to save a little bit of money with, you know, not having to repair as much. I mean, granted, if you just get the standard header and use that, it's only going to be about $300, depending on how much harvesting you actually have to do. But these are cool. I like these things a lot. So now we'll head into our tractors, other tractors. Excuse me, our class tractors. Now we'll head over here. Now this is Welker Farms, so keep in mind that they run the big buds, but they don't necessarily run the 747. I do have two 747s with the Vertistad Seedhawk and uh, Airhawk seeders, and these work very well. Again, I have two of them, solely for the purpose of a buddy jumping on. Occasionally, I will hire a helper if I'm in a crunch, but for the most part, it's not what I'm gonna do. Now, this is the new. I forget who makes this trailer, but I'm gonna actually look here. It's a 105,000 liter trailer, which is awesome for console. It's the Lizard End Dump. Let's see here. Will it show me who? Let's see if I go into my. That doesn't say who actually made them. I forgot who made it, but whoever did, it is a awesome, awesome mod. The one drawback with this trailer is there's no cover. So if you are running seasons like I am and it is raining, you will have grain loss if you're running in the rain. So if that sort of thing is something that you're worried about, this may or may not be the mod for you. But for me, by the time I end up getting there, I only end up losing like 50 liters or something like that. So it's not the end of the world. Then here we've got our, what is it, the Roadrunner XT, I believe, is our tractor trailer. A Roadrunner Plus, that's what it is. This bad boy, the particular model that I have, I don't run grain carts, so I will run this in the field. So I made sure I got these Lizard tires on it. That nice beefy chunky things that aren't gonna leave a nice wide footprint. And this thing's got 1,800 horsepower. It sounds amazing. The new update that they just put out for it, I think it was late last week. They put in gear shift sounds, which actually sound really good, and a Jake brake, which is really awesome. If you watch more of my videos, eventually you'll see me using this and hear it. It's pretty awesome. And moving on, heading over to take a look at our mechanic shop, and invisible tire that pops up out of nowhere. Love that thing. That's why I have that dirt thing there. You'd think I put that there, this patch of dirt around this tire because it does disappear and you can't get rid of it. So that way I know where it is. But I still run into it all the time. Over here we got our John Deere S790s. These are the mod that have the grain extension. I believe they hold 22,905 liters. I've got everything on them. I got the extended foldable pipe. I've got the tread. on them. You know, these are awesome harvesters. What's really nice about these things is when if you're driving in first person on these things, when your thing gets 50%, when your hopper gets 50% full, at 80% full, and then when you actually fill up at 100%, it's got three different bongs, but it only bongs at you when you are in first person. So that's a thing to keep in mind. But I mean, it's definitely a nice reminder, especially if you're running with crop destruction on. It's definitely useful. Got some storage in here. This is you can move all this stuff around if I want. Like nothing particularly useful, but it's all cool. Up here you got like living quarters in here with an awesome bed. I love that. I wish I had this blanket and pillowcase, and that is awesome. I love John Deere. If you can't tell. Here you got yourself a little kitchen and cooler and fridge and table, and then here this is where you go to access the vehicle workshop. I don't have anything in there right now, so I can't do anything. But it's nice, and this is a very good shop. This is from the Millennial Farmer pack. This is a very awesome shop. I love this truck shop. The only issue that I do have with it is that those giant cedars that I have, they do not fit in there. So I have to do them through the interaction menu here. I'm using the trackpad on my PlayStation 4, which is what I'm using, in case you guys haven't figured that out. And then over here, we have my John Deere 9RXs. Again, we have two of them. These are the big bad boys with the, big treads and, crawler treads and everything else like that. It's got everything, the whole 9 yards. They're very awesome tractors. I personally love these things. These are probably my favorite tractor in this game. Um, the sound of it is kind of off. Like if I mean, it sounds good. Don't get me wrong, but I think it could be better. If you go to like other mods that are other articulating tractors that you can get as mods, uh, in different brands that are red. Uh, we won't talk about it how I have those, but we have this here, the SDX Quad Track. Now this has an incredible sounding tractor. It's probably the best sounding tractor. There are other tractors that also have the same engine noise that one makes, but as far as articulating tractor, it's the best. It doesn't get quite as much horsepower as the John Deere's have, but and those John Deere's don't get as much horsepower as the base standard in-game model of the Quad Track. The Quad Track, I think you can get like 690-ish horsepower, and this is like 628. But I'm not gonna fret over that. I don't like the Europe. I mean, I'm on an American map. I'm trying to keep it, American-ish. I don't like the European style reflectors that they have on them, and you can't take it off of the in-game quad track, and that is really annoying. Giants, if you are listening, please add an update to that that will allow you an option to take that off. That drives me nuts when I'm running an American map. If I'm running a European map, it's fine. It works great, but you don't see that in America. You don't see those reflectors on the side. These are my, giant. I think they're 5 million liter storage. And this one here, right now I currently have 2 million liters of total mixed ration, which is why earlier I said I'm not gonna need total mixed ration. I think I have a little over 1 million liters of hay and straw as well in there. And in this one, I had done some previous harvests, just messing around with some sugar beets that I have in there that I have to sell. Same silo. This is awesome silos. I love these things. you back up into here. Oops. It's unloaded. It's got lights. You can open all the doors and do all that fun stuff. And we'll run over here and take a look at my trains, I guess you could say. No, they're not real trains. They're cedar trains, or actually planter trains, I should say. These are the John Deere, I forget what model, the DB60 planters, and I've got, these trailers here that hold 32,000, another mod that you can get. It's basically like the standard in-game tipper that you can get, like, right here. These, basically the same thing, they're just bigger and better. You can customize the color. Here they are right there. The AgriLiner HKD, or no, actually, these are the ones that I have here. This one right there. The HKD 302 blue. And it's got this with the fertilizer tank. I can seed probably all my fields without, or plant all my fields without having to fill up with seed or fertilizer. And right now, I don't have all the fields on the map. That's the next thing we're going to go look at after I get done showing you my, bunker silo. This is the biggest bunker silo that I could personally find on the mod hub for PlayStation 4. It holds 2 million liters, so that's why I have that one. Nothing overly special about that other than it holds 2 million liters. This is my BGA biogas plant. It holds 100,000 liters, which is nice. I really like this BGA. Probably have some digestate at some point that I have to offload. So now we're gonna go look at our fields. We'll come back to the one around the main farm here. We're gonna start up here. We own fields 1, 2, 3, 4, and 13. Now this is to our right here with the grass. This is field 3. This goes all the way over to the main road. This is a very, very good and useful field for grass. I mean, if I mow this once, I have almost enough to fill that bunker silo with silage. So this is very useful to have. This is, field 13 here. It was just freshly plowed. It's where I had the sugar beets on it, if you're curious. And after that, I looked at the mini map and it told me I needed to plow it. And I was like, oh, great. That took forever. Plowing always does, though. And over here we have field 4. Freshly cultivated, as most of my fields are, other than field 13. A lot of plans. Eventually, I plan on making 14, 15, 16, and 17 one massive field over here, but I don't have the money to do that yet. I'm going to need about $3.54 million to make that all into one field. But then we got field 2 here, what's left of it. I originally painted over this in grass, and this was just the open grass here. I was like, I'm not using this land. It's got a hill on it, so you can't really put a placeable without it. There's a little bit of hill here, so you can't really put any placeables on it. Without it messing up the terrain, and then you have to, it's a pain in the neck. So I said, all right, I'm just gonna plow over that and make another field, and I did. From where this, as you can see on the map, you can see where the, original field was. Now, this, was field here, and then, it kept going up to about here where I'm at right now. So I just merged that with field 1 and made this is my largest field right now. This is, this will take a few hours to harvest, which is nice. I'm good with that. I mean, I also took the liberty of just painting over that, making it square. It's just easier, especially if you're under a time crunch and there's only one person around, and you kind of want to just hire a couple AIs, and you just run the tractor trailer or grain cart, whatever it is you're doing. That is the only reason why I have square fields. I do like unevenly shaped fields. They are good. They are honestly more realistic for anyone who's looking for a realistic, um, view to farming. But I just made it square and I painted over it with grass, which is easy. You just go and hit the trackpad, go over here, and you can start landscaping and paint whatever you want. It's got all sorts of different. You can see in the bottom right, that's flipping. It's got all sorts of different things there. In case you're new to farming sim, that's how you paint. Planted all these awesome trees, which I plan on cutting down at some point once they get they're fully grown. There's quite a few of them. I may have overdone it with the tree planting, but I mean there's quite a few trees here. So I mean I also, if I buy this piece of property over here, I do have all these trees here as well that I could cut down. So it's not like I'm short on trees if I ever wanted to, but figured I own that piece of land, I might as well just spend, the, 40, 50 grand on, saplings that it's going to cost, to plant those. And, so I did it. So, well, anyways, guys, this is, my farm. If you liked the video and like what you saw, please like and, subscribe and help this channel grow. I just started this channel. I figured, I've spent a lot of time farming, especially with, the whole pandemic and everything else like that. I've had a lot of time to spend and really put into maps and put hours in on this game. So I figured I might as well start streaming it, and you never know, just for fun, just so I can go back and look and see what I've done. I will also be streaming a couple of, probably a few other games on here as well as Farming Sim 19. I play Call of Duty Cold War, the new Call of Duty that just came out. I also play NHL 21. I'm in a probably the largest league on NHL 21. It's called LLG League Gaming, and it's awesome. So I will probably broadcast almost all of my league games that I play on this channel. So that's something also as well, if you're interested in that that you could look into. I also play, I dabble in a bit of GTA and a bunch of other games. So you never know what you might find on here. And just like I said, please like and subscribe, and I appreciate the support. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.